if a container in the pod is running, but the application running inside this container is not responding to our requests, then that container is of no use to us. This kind of situation can occur, for example, due to application deadlock or memory pressure. In such case, it's recommended to restart the container to make the application available, rather than restarting it manually. We can use a Liveness probe. Liveness probe checks on an application's health, and if the health check fails, kubelet restarts the affected container automatically. A Liveness probe can be set by using the Liveness probe option under the spec section in the YAML file, with options like initial delay seconds and period seconds to be included under the Liveness probe option. For example, we can check for existence of a healthy file, and this is checked every 5 seconds using the period seconds parameter. The initial delay seconds parameter requests the kubelet to wait for 5 seconds before the first probe. When running the command line argument to the container, we will first create the healthy file and then we'll remove it after 30 seconds. Because we removed it, this decision of the file would trigger a health failure and our pod should get restarted. We can also use a Liveness HTTP request. The kubelet sends the HTTP GET request to the endpoint of the application. If that returns a failure, then kubelet will restart the affected container. Otherwise, it would consider the application to be alive. The next Liveness probe is the TCP Liveness probe. With the TCP Liveness probe, the kubelet attempts to open the TCP socket to the container which is running the application. If it succeeds, the application is considered healthy. Otherwise, kubelet would mark it as unhealthy and the affected container is therefore restarted. So we have talked about Liveness probes till now. Now let's discuss Readiness probes. Sometimes applications have to meet certain conditions before they can serve traffic. These conditions include ensuring that the depending services are ready or acknowledging that a large data set needs to be loaded, etc. In such cases, we use readiness probes and wait for a certain condition to occur. Only then the application can serve traffic. So we generally do this by including the readiness probe option in the YAML file. And under the readiness probe option, we include initial delay seconds and period seconds. This is similar, like we use these two options for Liveness probes as well, as we have discussed earlier. Readiness probes are configured similarly to Liveness probes. Their configuration also remains the same. So this is just a short episode on Liveness and Readiness probes. As always, I've just made these notes for myself, but I have realized that there are other people listening to these. So if you just want to say hi or send me any feedback, you can write to me at kubernetes@cent.com. I might not reply to them but it's good to know that people acknowledge my work. Thanks.